Yo. I want to welcome y'all to another dope episode of Growth Through Your Grind podcast, man. We talk to people who are doing just that, growing through their podcast, getting it out growing through their grind, still getting it out the mud, hands still dirty, man. Today is no exception. Little background real quick. I met Maya, the apartment chef, on IG. I'm scrolling one day, and I'm like, "Damn, this food look good." Mm-hmm. So I said, "Let me see." Ordered something, came down, ate it, amazing. Ain't even a word. Then I ordered something else for me and my lady. Ordered something else. Same thing, hitting again. And me, myself, I don't even like lobster. Never was a fan of lobster. And I DM'd you, I told you that too. Like, y'all don't even like lobster. Yeah. But the way you made this lobster, like, this joint hitting, this is crazy. Best lobster I ever had, man. And I tried lobster again after that, and it still wasn't it.
Yeah.
It wasn't it.
It's that consistency, man.
It wasn't it.
Yeah.
It wasn't it.
Yeah.
Today we got the apartment chef on the show, man. What's
up,
yes.
what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm always good.
Good. That's
always
blessed.
good.
That's blessed. That's great to hear.
Always
for
sure.
For sure. That can easily change somebody's day.
Yeah,
for sure.
It really can. I agree.
For sure.
100%. My question is, all right, two questions. The first one, who are you?
Who am I? Man, that's such a hard question. I am a student. And that means just a student to the game still. You know, I'm still learning, I'm still evolving.
Right.
I'm a teacher as well, for sure. We gotta say that. I'm a CEO. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a black woman.
That's right.
I'm a black individual for the community. You know, I'm so complex, man, but still simple too. You know,
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, the most simple person. Anytime when anyone meets me in person, man, they're so like wild how cool and chill and calm I am for real.
Yeah. Very calm.
Be around a lot of people.
Right.
You know, like that little TikTok time. Like, he cool if he know you, but he quiet. You know.
Oh yeah.
That's me. That describes me all the way.
I know what you're talking about.
So yeah. I'm everything. For real. I'm everything, man. Just like you. Like we're literally everything. For real.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And we are a reflection of each other too. You know that?
Okay.
Yeah. Some of my grandfather told me, he was like, throughout your life, you're always meeting yourself again. Any conversation, any link up or anything like that has always been yourself. Could you ever see you conversating and collaborating with someone that you didn't feel like was the best at what they do? Like, that's why you started this whole podcast, right? Is to highlight who's doing what and who's on top of what and who's that person in the game, right?
Good point.
Yeah. So
good point.
As long as you out here and you thriving and you doing what you need to do to grow through your grind, I'm the same as you.
Right.
I'm the same as you. We the same. For real.
Damn. She a philosopher too. She forgot to add that part. She a philosopher too. She didn't add that part. She forgot that.
Hell no.
Okay, so where do you see your business in the next 5 to 10 years?
You know, the whole reason I started this is, well, most people don't know, the whole reason I started this is to replace home economics in high schools. I want to be the next home ec class. Like, in any high school that you can really think of, for real. That's the goal, right? And that's what I want to be. But that was always my end goal. Of course, to have a restaurant. Of course, anyone that cooks out here right now is gonna tell you that. Like, oh, I want to have a restaurant. I want to be a restaurant owner and stuff like that. It's like, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, but what I've learned in my past restaurant experience, I ain't gonna say no names, but anybody can own a restaurant. You know, anybody can own a restaurant and not know how to cook, not know the ins and outs of food, not always serving the best food, not always serving the fresh food, right? They're just restaurant owners. That's it. That's how far that goes, right? And I'm learning that in Atlanta especially. So, of course that's on the list, but my whole drive behind this is to inspire, right? And to make sure that the person and the people that are coming after me have something to hold on to, kind of like a sensei book or something on how to, you know, do this. You know what I'm saying? So that was my whole reason of starting this, is to teach and have classes and have hands-on things. It's like the necessities of cooking, not even fine dining, just cooking to survive. Bro. You know what I'm saying? So for me to bring it back around, it's like, where do I see my business? It's like, where don't I see Nah, for real though.
I dig it. I dig it.
Everywhere. High schools, middle schools, cookbooks, all of that.
So, how far are you from a cookbook?
Man, look, I'm not even gonna lie and tell you I even started it, man. I have a thing with writing down the steps to put in production. I do hands-on more than anything. That's my favorite thing. You know, a cookbook is definitely coming up, but it takes me longer. It's taking me a little bit longer for sure. I got a recipe book though. Recipe book and cookbooks are different.
I was just about to ask that. Two different things.
Yeah, for sure. Cause recipes, I can give you a list of like garlic noodles, for instance. That's my number one seller. I can give you everything to make the garlic noodles. It's recipes. Cooking is me teaching you, like, hey, don't put those noodles in that water before it start boiling, because all the starch in the pasta is gonna make the water too thick and the noodles gonna be overcooked type thing. Like, that's cooking. That's me teaching someone how to cook.
Y'all ain't know that. Y'all ain't know that.
Nah, a lot of people didn't know. They're like, oh shit, I got the. You know what be pissing me off too? Is no hate to anybody out there who's doing anything on Instagram cooking or whatever. But when somebody say, yo, I got the ebook, I got the cookbook, and then you click on it and it's just recipes and how to make that. I'm like, you're not teaching nobody how to cook?
Nah, that's different now. I didn't know that.
Right.
I didn't know the difference.
It's like I can give you a recipe for a bourbon salmon, right? Am I teaching you how to cook that? Am I teaching you how to sear that? Am I teaching you how to pack the salmon dry? Am I teaching you how to cook salmon universally? Or am I just teaching you how to make a bourbon salmon? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you skinning that salmon? Are you scoring that salmon? Are you cutting the skin off of that salmon? What are you doing? You know? So, cookbook, yeah, that's gonna take me a little minute.
Yeah, that's gonna take a minute.
That's on my Gordon Ramsay, you know?
Yeah, that's gonna take a minute. That's
on my Gordon Ramsay. But recipe book, I definitely have one. I definitely have a recipe book for sure.
Is it out for sale or not yet?
Nah, not yet.
All right. So what's the steps to getting into the middle schools and high schools? Like, you know what did you like look into that yet? See what you have to do?
Definitely. Me and my manager have brainstormed that so much. So the first step was to do like a voluntary pop-up for a summer camp. And we did that, and that was crazy. That was crazy. Most people don't know that we did that because they didn't want it to be like, they didn't want the kids on camera and stuff like that. You know, we would have had to send like some papers home to the parents and stuff like that. And I was just like, let's just get the content. Like, let's not really content, but let's just get like the experience. You know, like I told my mom, I was like, let's just get the experience because I wanna continue this. But summer camp, we had the kids cooking. Kids got the aprons. They cooked it up. I'm talking about a little pasta dish. You know,
that's dope.
That was crazy. That's dope. It was cool. Kids are funny, man. But kids are the future, man. So
I agree.
Anything we can get in, just.
What age group was it?
It was 3 to 8.
3 to 8. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. You was dealing with the babies. That's dope. That's
with the little babies. You know, in school, I remember when I was I think I was like in first grade or kindergarten. We made green eggs and ham. You remember that?
I remember the book.
We made green eggs and ham. You know, it's just nothing but food coloring. Like, right? I think the teacher just painted green food coloring on ham and put it in eggs. I don't know what it was, but it was, you know, at that moment where I did that for them, it really like brought me back to that. You know, the Dr. Seuss thing. Like, what if kids had like a cookbook that was like Dr. Seuss and they just like, Mommy, I want to go in there and I want to make you some pasta. Like, that's cool to me.
That's dope for babies to 3 to 8. That's a dope age range. That's a dope age range.
Yeah, because they're not too old, you know. They
right, and they still impressionable. Oh, we got like one of these candles from Euphoric Sensations. I done forgot.
This one right here though. This one right here is this. Who made the pie? This pumpkin caramel crunch. Man, heck, you might gotta leave this here.
We can work it out.
We gotta leave this here.
That's easy work.
Man,
that's
like,
easy work. That's easy work.
Anybody that ever say anything or ask me about any smell is always like cake or cookie scent. Like that's my go-to for sure.
The sweet scents.
Got a little barcode on there too.
Yeah, you got the little barcode on the back. Scan the barcode. Candles from Euphoric Sensations. That's what this episode is brought to you by. Forgot to say it in the beginning, but it's all good.
Smells brought to you by.
Yeah. Man, that's dope though. So you would even go in elementary schools and do it, because that's elementary age right there, 3 to 8.
For sure.
What's your ideal?
Kind of touching middle school a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. More towards 8. So what would be your ideal situation?
If I had it my way right now, I would have all the schools in Georgia, Arizona, Colorado, and Virginia.
Why those states?
Because those states to me are like really trademark style states for restaurants and restaurateurs and different kinds of food. And in Virginia you got the seafood. In Arizona you got like, Arizona is home to the most like bistro pubs and gastro pubs that you can find. And what I mean by that is people who design menus actually just design menus, and you'll find anything on that menu. I love gastro pubs because you can go there and you can get a crab cake, and then you can also have a taco, and the same thing, but all of them are like craft made things. Like, you won't just get a regular taco. You'll get something that, you know, somebody put together with their heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, somebody, yo, this is crazy. Like, because that's how I kind of make my menus. That's how I make my menus for real. So Arizona is like home of that. People don't know that. I've been to Arizona before with this corporate company that I was working for. I was a chef for them. I ain't gonna say nothing about them either because I got so much to say about them, but I'm gonna just keep it out. But I went there and I just seen all the different types of restaurants they have. They have barbecue. They got soul food restaurants. They got everything out there. You really wouldn't know that. And Colorado too. Colorado's food scene is crazy. Colorado's food scene is crazy. It's crazy. Cause think about it. They gotta focus on more of mixing. All those states is up there. They gotta focus on mixing all of the coasts together. Cause it's kind of like in that weird space. It's on the West Coast, but it's kind of like in that weird space of it's not California, so it ain't tacos and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's, they gotta find some way to staple their own state, and they're just scrambling
for food.
Yeah.
On some real, I always wanted to go to Colorado. It looks so beautiful.
What
like
part?
The pictures.
What part?
I don't know. I just wanted to go.
Okay. Yeah, I want to settle down there. I want to settle down there.
The pictures, the mountains, in the summer, I mean the wintertime, it look crazy. I
wanna settle down in this place called Boulder, Colorado. It's where the mountains are and where the snow usually is. Not like Denver. Denver is more like a city. So
Boulder.
I wanna live like off the grid.
I heard Boulder.
I wanna live like in the middle of nowhere, man.
Why is that?
You live here, right?
Yeah.
It's just.
I don't live in the actual city though. I'm out there. It's livestock around where I live at.
I would like that.
Like I stay out. I'm in Douglasville.
Okay. I would like that.
I'm out the way. It's
I'm
cows. I'm talking about bulls with horns this big, walking around. Like, it might be a cow who walked through my backyard one day.
Atlanta right now is way different from what Atlanta was, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Everybody feel like they gotta be somebody. Everybody feel like they gotta, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, they don't want to accept that maybe they're the crowd. You know what I'm saying? And not the artist. It's hard for people to accept. You know?
It's a crowd and not the artist.
Yeah, that's hard.
That is.
It's hard. It's hard to sit front row to something that you feel like that you can do, or feel like you want to do, or if you feel like you were destined to do. And I don't ever want to knock nobody for doing that. That's why I showed the most love. Even if it's somebody cooking and I know they can't cook, like deep down, like I showed the most love, man. For real. For real. Yes. Regardless of what I think in his world or in her world, they the shit.
Right.
You know, they mama think they the shit. You
know
what I'm saying? So it's like,
Mom can't cook either, but it's all
Mom
good.
can't cook either.
Mom can't cook either.
Like, oh yeah, I got that recipe from my mom. Like, oh yeah. Mom know what she's doing.
Yeah, Mom can't cook either.
I don't like to knock nobody at all. That's not my MO. Because if anything, they can get something from me, bro. You know, growth or being humble, whatever.
Right.
Just do your thing, man.
No, because your food, and I ain't just saying this. I put people on too.
Oh, I gotta record this part.
Nah,
I gotta record this part.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Your
food is literally like, I put plenty of people on, like, yo, you gotta go to partnership. Yo, this is gave people the menu, the IG, the website. Like, yo, I'm telling you, if you don't like it, I give you your money back.
Oh man,
like, that's how I approach it. Like, if you don't like it, I give you your money back. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's good.
I wish I could tell people that.
And if you say it ain't, you're lying.
I wish I could tell people that.
Like, for real, like you lying.
Yeah.
Like, she made me like lobster. I don't like lobster. I don't like it. I know it's something I don't like, but it was like, let me just try it. Like, it looked good.
Yeah. And that's what I was trying. That's one thing too, and that's why I hit people with, oh, you know, my specialty is fusion food. They're like, oh shit, you cook food with weed? No, I'm not talking about that. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fusion of countries, fusion of cultures. Like I'll take Southern food and make it Asian. I'll take Southern food and make it Thai. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
That's my thing, because I want us to eat more other food, because there's other food out there, bro.
That's
like, even in the United States, people cook stuff so differently, and we don't know it. Like for instance, people from New Orleans, they cook macaroni and cheese with spaghetti noodles, and it's busting.
I ain't know that.
And it's busting.
I ain't know that.
Oh my god, it's busting. Yeah.
So do different noodles taste different? Like, the spaghetti noodles taste different than elbow noodles?
I feel like it gives you a different mouthfeel.
I know it's a different texture and all that.
Yeah,
but
I feel like it gives you a different.
Actually taste different, or all the noodles?
You know what? I don't think pasta tastes different, because pasta has the same base. Well, not all pastas, but majority of pastas have the same base. They just different shapes.
Okay.
So it gives you a different mouthfeel.
Spaghetti.
Right, but if you bring that to somebody cookout in Atlanta or in the South at all, and I'm like, what is that?
Right.
I'm like,
right.
What is that?
Right.
It's so good.
You gonna be the talker. You gonna be the talker of the cookout in a bad way.
It's so good. It's so good though. It's so good. They don't know. They missing out. It's the best thing.
So what?
I would never do that for no catering or nothing though.
Right.
But it's amazing.
So what made you get into cooking, and what age were you when you got into cooking? When you started cooking, you were X amount. You were this age, and then when you really got into it, you were what age? Like, started taking it serious.
I'll say at home, when I was as young as 5 or 6, I was cooking with my mom.
What was you cooking? Oh, you wasn't cooking on your own at that time, were you?
I mean, no, I was just helping her out. So my mom would make different things. So if my mom had to make spaghetti, she would make it like turned up spaghetti. So we would have this thing my little sister called pizza spaghetti, right? So it would be like with spinach and pepperoni and be layered with mushrooms and like it would be the most turned up dishes, but it'd be simple. Like, oh, we eating spaghetti tonight, and then we'll see it on the plate like that ain't spaghetti. Like, you know what I'm saying? So since I was like 5 or 6, I really like was into the kitchen and what my mom was doing. I wanted to go to culinary school, but I was a computer person. I liked taking pictures. I was a photography person. So anybody, if you knew anybody from my high school, they would always tell you like I had a camera, I was in photography, I was into stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go to art school and I'm gonna study web design, interactive media, and I double majored with photography. So when I started going there, I started seeing the culinary kids and stuff. They would be in there like 5 o'clock in the morning, like way before us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that takes discipline that I don't even understand. Like they were just in class. That's when the times their classes started.
The class started at 5 in the morning.
Classes started at 5.
Oh man.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's early.
Yeah, that was crazy. But to be able to do that,
that's early.
To be able to do that, that was admirable. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to. These are people who aren't from Atlanta that are away from home and away from mom and dad. They're just going off there straight up hustle and grind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, hey, I want to do this. So when I was in college, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just start cooking somewhere. Like fuck it, I'm gonna just start cooking somewhere. Started at Chipotle, bro. The bottom of the barrel, because I didn't go to cooking school. Bottom of the barrel, I was washing dishes. Like this was like 2014. 2014. Yeah, I started cooking at Chipotle, and I was doing dishes. And when you do dish at Chipotle, you do dish and prep at the same time.
Okay.
So I was just learning a lot of stuff, like those flavors and stuff like that. I started cooking it at home. Like, oh shit, I can make this, you know. From there, I got to P.F. Chang's. Now, when I got to P.F. Chang's, everything changed for me. I was like, oh shit, this is like a real restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, like, okay, all right. They got cut gloves and shit. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. So I just started making sushi, and next thing you know, I started making adobo chicken pad thais, and from the Spanish and the Asian side, I just started combining them together.
You did that?
Yeah,
on your own.
On my own. I was like, I could take flavors from Chipotle and mix it with P.F. Chang's, and I'm gonna see what comes out after that. So this was 2014 too. So I was working
same year.
I was working both. Right over there. Look. I'm a fact check it too. It's right over there. Alpharetta. I worked off Alpharetta Mansell right there. P.F. Chang's is on the corner. You keep going straight down. It was Chipotle. Right across from the Chipotle was Tendrum. I worked at Tendrum too.
So on the same day, you going to all 3 jobs?
No, 2. I was at 2.
2 jobs?
Yeah, I was at Chipotle and Tendrum, and then I stopped working at Tendrum, and I was like, man, they weren't fucking with me, man. They was like, yeah, we'll teach you to walk like a little bit. Like, they weren't fucking with me. I don't know why. They weren't trying to develop me. They were trying to develop somebody else. Actually, you know what's crazy? They tried to develop this dude. This dude followed me. He followed me on Instagram right now.
Right.
Dude is trash can. They developed him before they tried to develop me.
And he still ain't no good.
God, yo, I was so mad. I didn't understand it. I understand now, but I didn't understand it then.
Dog, you got a teacher though.
For real.
You got a teacher though. Mm-hmm. You already know it. At least you got a teacher though.
Man. But yeah, I worked both of them. P.F. Chang's, I just worked my ass off in there. Like to get recognition from everybody that was doing something at P.F. Chang's. P.F. Chang's is like ran like predominantly white people run that. You know? So it was kinda harder for people like me. You know,
Right.
Anything that I had to do there, I did. I became like a lead line chef there. And
how long did that take to become a lead line chef?
In 2 years. 2 years.
Is that fast? Is that slow? Is that normal?
It's kind of fast.
That's fast?
Yeah.
Okay. Get
To
impressed,
start
y'all.
To start off in pantry. Pantry is where you get appetizers and like cold plates and stuff like that in restaurants. It's called pantry. Some desserts and stuff come out of pantry and stuff too.
Okay.
But
so pantry is nothing hot. Sound like, right? Well, except for
it could
some
be.
appetizers.
It could be though. It could be sometimes. It's rare, but it could be. Yeah.
Okay.
Pantry is kind of like the first thing that comes to you, and then all your entrees and stuff is like, a different section of the line. But yeah, what I did to sum everything up, man. I just hopped from restaurant to restaurant, learn like different techniques, learn how to use a knife, like everything that you would learn in culinary school. I learned from different restaurants and talking to different people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just took everything that they did and I just made it my own.
Right. Took a little bit from here, a little bit from here, a little bit from here, a little bit from here.
After PF Chang's, I worked at a Hawaiian spot. It's called Kona Grill in Alpharetta. It's in the Avalon. Yep.
So you got these different backgrounds in cooking. So you got Mexican. Is that Mexican or Spanish? What is it?
Spanish.
Spanish. You got was it Japanese? Chinese. I'm all messed up. Spanish, Chinese, and then Hawaiian. And then what other? Your mom.
Tendrum is Asian.
Asian
Fusion, so it's Thai and Asian. Tendrum is Thai and Asian.
And then the best teacher was your mom.
Yeah.
Put it down. Would you consider that soul food? Soul
Definitely.
food. And then what other countries did you touch or regions did you touch in your
recently Caribbean food. I told myself I would never cook for Caribbean food if it wasn't from a Caribbean person.
Okay.
Nah, bro. I had this Italian chef for a long time. His name is John Allen, and that's where I got like the real chef shit from, like plates thrown at me and shit.
For real?
Yeah. That's where I learned like knife techniques. That's where I learned sauces. That's where I learned. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
you had to put
for real.
You had to put that work in. It don't matter. That's what's gonna set you apart. It's like you working for somebody, white dude, French dude. He could be saying nigga.
What he said?
You know what the fuck
what
he said. But he throwing plates at you and shit. Telling you on dish for the rest of the day. You coming back tomorrow and you gonna be on dish. But is you gonna show up tomorrow? How bad you want that? How bad you want to be the best, bro? You know what I'm saying? How bad do you want him to recognize, like, nigga, I can cook, for real. You know what I'm saying? It was about that. For me, it was about that. It was like, nigga, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Fuck out of here. Like, I can cook, bro. You know?
Jeez.
Yeah.
He's literally throwing plates at you.
No, yeah. I mean,
so if you don't duck, you hit the head with a plate.
It was risotto. I'll never forget this shit. It was risotto. I left the risotto to hit the pot at the bottom of the pot too long. I didn't stir it. I think we were making what's that? This cold soup. I forgot. I can't think of the name right now.
Cold soup.
It was a cold soup. Gazpacho. We were making that, and I was scooping it on the plates and stuff to send it out first. I forgot about the risotto. Left the eye on. I scooped it. I put it in the plate. I tried to sell it anyway. He took it. I passed it down the line. He at the end of the line, right? This nigga, I've never seen this man cook a day in my life. Right? I've never seen this man cook a day in my life, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never seen this man cook. Right?
Right.
This man slides it down the line, right? I slide it down the line. He looks at it. He takes a spoon. He takes it. He's like, who the fuck put this on the plate? I was shook. Like me. He was like, come here real quick. He let me taste it. He was like, that shit's garbage, right? I'm walking down the line and he throws it down the line, like down the window. It's like, like, you ever been over and seen like the metal? Yeah. So the stainless steel, he just slides the plate all the way down the stainless steel.
So there's other plates on the thing, right?
No. It was, we were getting ready to throw all the plates down to him. But before he ran the line, the thing that he liked to do, he liked to taste everything first, and then he's like, all right, come on, with the rest of the food.
Okay.
Man,
got to you and it was it.
That plate hit me. It's like the back of my arm, plate broke. Had to clean that up. Somebody else replaced me on the line. I was on dish for the rest of the night. Came back that morning for real, and I was on dish.
How long were you there at that Italian restaurant? Dodging plates.
I think a year and a half, but it closed down. That's why. It was in Tucker, and they weren't really doing that great of business. But if he had like a good location, it would have been straight. Yeah, it would have been good. But
damn.
Yeah.
So that's real. Hell's Kitchen and all that. That's real.
If you get that type of chef, yeah, and you better have your ass there, bro. For real. If that's what you want, though. Like, I will only suggest people deal with that type of shit if that's what they want. Bro.
Right.
You know, because it's easy to just be like, man, fuck you.
Yeah, it's easy to walk off.
Yeah, I was talking to my manager about it. She's like, I don't know how you did that. So I would have.
Yeah.
So I did because I want to learn from them.
For a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
It got better. It was good times too, though, right?
Yeah. Eventually it got better.
Mm.
You know, at the beginning when I didn't know shit. I thought I knew shit, bro.
Coming from all them other restaurants.
Mm-hmm. They're corporate though. This restaurant I went to, it wasn't corporate. It was a gastro pub. Like I told you, remember? Like it was like a mom and pop spot. You know what I'm saying?
So is that what a gastro pub is? A gastro pub is?
It's like independently owned. You know, it's not corporate or they're not franchises or anything like that.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So you can get shit more fresh and stuff like that.
Oh, so gastro pubs is probably better than.
I would suggest that over any restaurant, like chain, for sure. Let's go to like a nice little, you know, not these places that people, you know, TikTok is glorifying a lot of lounges and shit, you know, around right now. So that's a hard niche to get in between, but yeah, I would suggest like nice little like hole in the wall spot. Don't nobody really know about like that. That's where you're gonna get the best food.
That's dope. That's dope. Damn, man. Jeez, yeah, plates coming at you.
Yeah, man. But I wanted that though.
Crazy.
You know? No, I wanted that for sure.
I didn't know Hell's Kitchen. I thought they were just putting on. I'm like, man, he extra. But I'm sure some of it is for TV, but
for him, yeah. But I know he got that deep down in him though, somewhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know he do, but for Hell's Kitchen and shit like that, I think it's more glorified for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm actually this year, the end of this year, or like the beginning of next year, I'm gonna start putting in applications for shows and shit like that.
For real?
Yeah, for sure. I had to get rid of like my camera fright. I don't like being on camera, bro. That's my thing. I don't like being on camera.
Right. I'm still getting used to it too.
Yeah. So it's like I'm trying to get around that because that right there will stunt you. Like your hoodie say. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Comfort zone's a dream killer.
For sure. I'm gonna be wearing that all day tomorrow.
They ain't even on the website either. I got to know you. I got to know you to get that one. We got to know each other to get that.
For like 2 days. Okay.
That one ain't on the website. You can't just get that one. You got to know me, player. You got to know me. Dang, that's intense. Is that so? I'm assuming that that's the most intense place you ever worked at.
Honestly, no. No, it's just like that. I understood that. To the average person, it sounds crazy, but I understood that.
It's a part of the game.
It's like he gon' like any plate that I put out after him is a representation of him. You feel me? And me fucking that up, it's like, who are you to fuck that up?
Yeah.
I say the most intense place that I did work at is Kona Grill, and if you ever been to the Avalon now further, you know, like because it's so busy. Kona Grill was a call kitchen, so which means that the chefs and the line chefs, they never seen the tickets. All they would have to do is depend on their chef's call.
What you mean? Can you explain that?
Yeah. So if I'm doing something called Expo, I'm on one side, right? On the other side is where everybody cooks at. If I tell my line cook, hey, I got 2 pad thai. All right, cool. 30 minutes. No, not even 30 minutes. 5 minutes go by, another ticket ring up. I got 3 more pad thais. 2 of them is no peanuts. So now you have to remember.
I'm forgetting all that.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what me walking into a restaurant like that, it was hard as shit. Yeah. I was coming from PF Chang's. PF Chang's, we got tickets. You know, tickets come up, we grab them ourselves, we hang them up. You know what I'm saying? We can continuously look at them. Kona Grill, you don't have no tickets. You just cooking. You just cooking, and that's for everybody on the line. So that's for pantry, that's for grill, and that's for saute station. That's for everybody. You just gotta remember what they call. So if he calling something to the grill people, I gotta learn to ignore that.
Out.
Yeah, and just yeah, bro, that shit's great. Yo, the kitchen outside of like people just doing catering and stuff like that. If you've worked in a restaurant for real, it makes me hold a different kind of respect for you.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody tells me that, like I meet a lot of people who cook, man. Like they always, you know what I'm saying, always come to me, show love, whatever I show love to them.
Mm-hmm.
But if they tell me, hey, bro, like they cooked in a restaurant, it's a whole different greeting for me, cause I know what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of the few people, for real, on Instagram. I'm one of the few people that actually been in a restaurant and worked in a corporate restaurant. A lot of these people haven't. A lot of these people during the pandemic and shit, they just picked up pots and pans, bro, and they
crazy
just.
during the pandemic. it was
I seen these people just coming out of nowhere. I'm just like,
that's a fact.
what are you doing? Yo, oh my God, bro. Oh my God, I be looking at people, I ain't gonna lie. I really be looking at people like, what are you doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't cook like that. Don't show them people that.
What's the biggest mistake you've seen people make with like,
oh my God. Yo, it's this popular chef on Instagram. Not gonna say no names, right?
All right.
They promoted an easy way to thaw out fish, right? And they had this on TikTok. TikTok went crazy. People on there like, oh my God, I didn't know I could do that. Yo, me coming from sushi places, working at sushi places, PF Chains, Kona Grill, me rolling sushi and shit. I know what fish temperature danger is, and I know what it can do to your body, right?
Oh.
You cannot put no frozen fish in no hot water, bro. You cannot do that.
No, that's not gonna work. I was about to say, I just put it in the sink. There's some cool water.
Yo, you cannot put shrimp, raw shrimp, that's frozen in no hot water, bro. You cannot do that.
Cause you're cooking it, right? It's not actually
the chemical imbalance will fuck you up, bro. You get the right person with a sensitive stomach, that shit gonna fuck them up. I seen her. I seen her. Fuck. I seen them. I seen them post that, and that shit made my stomach turn. For real. I ain't even asked you if I could cuss on this. I just started cussing.
It's alright, we ain't tripping. It's alright, we ain't tripping. We ain't tripping. It's all good.
I want my boy to have some money.
Yeah, it ain't for kids.
I want him to get paid.
Nah, we good.
I don't want to be.
It's alright. Dang, so that's a gem for a lot of y'all to pick up. Don't put no fruit. You shouldn't do that with no frozen food, should you?
No.
Put it straight in the hot water and basically boil it. That's not good for anything, right? Food frozen.
Nah, it's not. For sure. Like,
so don't do that. Don't do that. We love you. That's how you do it. Don't do that. Put it in some cold water. And just let it
do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, do what you're supposed to do.
Take your time.
Stop. I mean, TikTok has become the thing for all shortcuts for people.
That's what I'm about to say.
Fucking lazy people. Like, oh, well, I can just cut a corner and do this. When it comes to cooking, stop doing that. Don't cut no corners.
Mm-hmm.
Don't cut no corners, man.
Take your time.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. You want that overall. And then most of the time, people be so caught up in watching these TikTok cooking videos, and they don't even know how the food tastes. I done see so many people cooking videos, they forget to season that shit.
Good point.
They forget to season it.
Great point.
Like, I hold myself to a standard of, if my food looks away, it's gonna taste good. It got to. Yeah. Most people on my Instagram think that my food just look good and it don't taste good though.
Yo, they crazy.
Yo,
they crazy. I'm telling you. I seen something on your IG yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Recently. I seen something on your IG recently. It was oxtail
garlic noodles.
Garlic noodles.
And that's a mix between Chinese and Caribbean.
Yeah, that's I see it.
Yep.
Oxtail garlic noodles. Y'all ain't even never think of that. Don't even act like you thought of that before. You seen it somewhere else.
They're gonna tell you that they thought about it deep down, but they just didn't make it.
Oh, well, y'all slack. You slack. You should have made it. Should have put it on IG. Should have put it on IG or something. Put it out there.
Man.
Gee, I seen that. I said, yo, she going crazy.
Yeah.
Going
I
crazy.
just be up here. I just be up in this house, laying with my dog. Be like, you know what would taste good?
This experiment.
Oh, you know what would taste good? I could do some oxtails and make them Asian style. So instead of doing like my Caribbean people with the Scotch bonnet and stuff like that, I'm gonna just throw some star anise in there and some ginger and some garlic, and we gonna cook it down. We gonna put it in the pressure cooker so they still fall off the bone and stuff, right? And then we gonna throw some garlic noodle sauce in there, and that's like oyster sauce and sugar, brown sugar, and soy sauce, and bro, I just made a masterpiece. I ain't gonna lie, for sure.
So what made you quit? I don't like saying quit, but what made you get on your entrepreneurship where you was like, I'm done working for corporate and Gastros?
Mm-hmm.
Gastros, like I'm done with all that. I'm jumping out here. I'm doing my own thing, and I'm gonna go crazy out here.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was working at this place called Flower Child, and I'm gonna put them on blast because they need to be put on blast. I was the executive sous chef there, and I'll never forget. This was around the pandemic. This was 2019 at the end of the year. I kept getting sick because I wasn't taking care of my body. I would always be at that restaurant. Like, always be at that restaurant, man. And then when I'm not at the restaurant, I was drinking because I was unhappy. I was out with my girl at the time. We was drinking. My little brother, we was drinking. My little brother actually worked there with me. His name Pat Sour. Shout out to Pat Sour. I would just be drinking. I wouldn't be eating like that. I would just be in there all day, and then get off just drinking. I'd be drunk, and then go into work drunk, and then so I wasn't taking care of my body. So I got sick. I think I got COVID like before people knew it was COVID for real.
I know a lot of people got it at the end of 2019. They know what it was.
Right. I was going to the doctor. They was like, "Well, it's not the flu. She tested negative for the flu. We don't know." And I was telling them at Flower Child, I'm like, "Yo, like I'm really sick," you know. And I think they thought I was bullshitting or I was just trying to get off work or whatever like that. And I was just like, bro, fuck this shit. This like I gotta put meat before this shit. Mind you, prior they already told me that I wasn't gonna be anything but what I was right now. My look didn't fit the company standard. Right? Think about how that sounds, bro.
It sounds like I need to leave. That's what it sounds like.
But everybody above you is white. Right?
Yeah.
They said my look didn't fit the company standard to be like a national trainer or anything like that. Like
a national trainer?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to go to different restaurants and teach them the Flower Child way, right? Pushing somebody else shit, right? So I was like, bro, all the stuff that I'm putting towards them, I can just put towards me, cause I can cook. I'm really that nigga outside of here. Y'all don't know, like. So I just was like, fuck this shit. I remember my last day. I went in. They all stopped me before I even like got to take my book bag off to, you know, set up and everything like that. They was like, "Hey, come talk to us." And I was like, "All right, cool." And it was like, maybe we need to get HR involved because you've been sick and woo. Man, but I took off my apron. I sat it right there on the table. I was like, "Yo, I appreciate y'all for y'all time." I got up and I walked out of there.
As you should.
Crazy. I was like, bro, y'all can't see that I'm sick. Like I walked in there with temperature, bro. 102. Showing up for the team though. Right. I didn't give a fuck about them. They had been said some racist shit to me. I was like, all right, fuck y'all. I'm gonna show up for the line cooks though because they respect me. You know? Man, look, I knew right then and there. I was like, yo, this is my sign to. The universe is punishing me still for not fulfilling my destiny.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I believe that.
Right.
I believe that. People going through shit with their jobs and they know they got a gift. The reason why, and Brill put me onto this shit. The reason why you always gonna go through shit like that, or you always gonna go through adversity and shit like that in your work life living is because you're not fulfilling what you're supposed to. Yeah. So the universe is punishing me for that. So yeah. Yeah. Like my boy Tupac said, I will be punished for hard living. Said the same shit. Said the same shit. Yeah, you're gonna be punished for hard living because you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
So, yeah.
So 2019, the end of 2019, you said, I'm done working for people.
Yep.
I'm doing my own thing.
Yep.
You already had so when you quit, you had this in mind?
No backup plan.
No backup plan.
I think I had like $1,200 in my bank account. That was for rent. Stayed in Buckhead. Stayed in my old spot you pulled up at. $1,200. That was for rent, of course. Because I'm like, if anything, I'm going to just save this for rent. I'm not even going to fucking eat. Fuck it.
Right. You were sick anyway. So you ain't
like, fuck it. Head probably wasn't screwed on right. If I was the average person, I probably would have said, I can't do it because I gotta make sure I have enough for. I've never been that type of person.
Right.
Like, I don't think like that.
Right.
That's why I know I'm supposed to be somebody, bro. You know. But yeah, I left. Didn't have no plan B. Had 200 followers on Instagram. Wasn't posting like that. Hated social media.
I'm not a fan either.
I still hate it.
Not
bro,
a fan either.
You literally see me not post for days. I hate that, bro. Oh my god. Because you gotta be somebody, regardless of what me and you just talked about just now about how Atlanta, you know, you gotta be famous and like if you want to be in that life, you gotta be. You competing against different people. You know.
Competing against too much fake, too much fluff, too much stuff that don't matter. Like it literally don't matter.
Sure.
Cause I tell people this all the time. Yo, it ain't real.
It's not.
It ain't real.
Don't even get me started about what's not real.
Like, it ain't
don't
real.
don't
Like,
let me get started about the
okay.
NPCs in this world.
Mm.
Because man, people will really think I'm fucking insane. I ain't gonna lie. Like I gotta keep quiet about shit like that because there's a lot of shit that's not real, bro.
I believe it.
For real, and that's for real, for real. A lot of shit is not real.
So you jumped out. Well, you left. And ain't have no backup plan, no plan B. When did you start cooking and started? Yeah, like when did it hit you? Like, you know what? This is for me. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this now, and see where it takes me.
Man, I just started cooking. I don't know why, cause you know what it was. It was my everyday life anyways.
Is that your happy place?
Yeah, for sure. It was my everyday life anyway. So I just stuck to that routine. Me cooking that flower chop would do that every day anyway. So I'm like, let me just do it. Let me just post it. Like, why not? Like, let's just post this journey. And on my Instagram, you can still go back all the way to when I was at flower chop to right now. Never deleted anything. So, because I want people to see that. I want people to see that. But I was just cooking. I was like, let me post it. You know, started posting it. Me and my little brother was doing Instagram videos before they were reels. We was doing this shit before TikTok came. Like me cooking and me showing the food and then him eating it. I still got all those videos from back then.
Dope.
So I started getting traction because of that. Like me and him, I would just make food and he would just come eat it and. Like the way he would look, he would just be eating the food like that. And then I knew how to edit the pictures to make them look like the shit was right in front of me.
And you got that
I'm really big on that.
From your photography.
Okay. College, right. Okay. I'm really big on that. When I post a picture, I want people to feel like they're sitting right in front of me. Okay. So the clarity is like, to me, most important. That's number one is clarity.
It's there. You definitely hitting it out the park.
So, and I feel like that sets me apart. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people always ask me, bro, what editor do you use? No, I use my phone. I use regular iPhone settings. It's just the angles. You just gotta know what the eye is seeing, bro.
Angles. It's always the angles.
For sure. So yeah, from there, I just started posting, and then I started cooking for celebrities and stuff, and I'm trying to pinpoint that pivot from being that person to being bigger.
Yeah, because I seen Bow Wow on your, or Shad, however you say his name.
That's my main man right there.
Shad, is it Shad or Shad? Shad. Shad. I see you, he be on your IG frequently.
That's my main man right there.
Frequently.
He got like a main chef, that's Chef Nell, and Chef Nell is crazy. Let me just tell you, I don't look up to most people, bro. She's one of the ones.
Her food better than yours? Probably certain dishes.
We got differences. Me and Chef Nell cook differently. Right. I just had her pasta recently, and that shit was off the
I can see that.
Chef Nell is.
And so it depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
Because your style and this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, makes sense. So it ain't no better. Mm-hmm. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's just different.
She one of the ones, though. She definitely one of the ones I look up to for sure. That's his main chef. He hit me. Man, this man hit me random. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I never forget, yo. I looked at the girls with at the time. I'm like, yo, just look at this motherfucking mouth.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like I used to have this nigga posted on my wall. Hold on. And they're like, yeah, I'm looking for like a secondary chef. Chef Nell is out. I think she was maternity. She was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just slid right. I'm like, yeah, for sure, I got you. Whatever you need, bro. When you need, I got you.
That's how it started?
Yes. It was crazy. I didn't hit Bow Wow. Bow Wow hit me. I was like, oh my God.
How many followers you had at that time? Or you don't know?
Maybe like 15K.
15?
Yeah.
Where you at now?
30.
30? Damn.
Yeah, I'm at 30. Big 30. Shit, that's weird to me too.
That's crazy.
So weird. I'm like, there's 30,000 people following me. And 30,000 people seeing my page. I be trying to tell my grandma because my grandma is the person that I'm trying to impress the most, right? My mom is like cool. Like my mom's co-workers buy food from me. My mom work at T-Mobile. So she work at T-Mobile corporate. So she work from home. But when she goes into the office, her co-workers buy food from me. My mom regular. She like, shit. I taught her how to cook. My grandma can't wrap her mind around me selling noodles while I sell them. Or like just me doing the stuff that I'm doing. She's like, people buy that? I'm like, yeah. The donut sandwich. That's what really got my grandma. She was like, people buying a burger patty on donuts? I was like, yes. And I was like, Grandma, I got 30,000 people following me. She's like, all right. I'm like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
She's like,
all
right. My grandma really didn't notice for real until I was like in this magazine. I gave her the magazine. She keep it in the bathroom. My grandma keep magazines in her bathroom.
Yeah, old school.
Old
school.
Yeah,
old school.
When you sitting down, you resting. You just grab the magazine.
Yeah.
I gave my grandma a magazine with me in it, and then she was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
cause that's the world that she knew.
Mm-hmm.
She don't know the world of the phone, and that's new.
Right.
She like, all right, whatever. 30,000.
That's what matters to
magazine. It's like, this is on paper.
Mm-hmm.
This is real.
Yeah.
Okay. So
me giving her a business card, that was real too. That's when she's like, oh yeah, you standing on business. That's when she felt like that. Okay, you standing on. When I gave her a business card.
Yeah.
I hate business cards. I hate business cards, bro. Yeah. People lose them.
They do.
They do.
All
right, and then just stick it in their pocket.
Put it in their pocket, put it in their wallet, and to never be seen ever again. To never be seen ever again.
But I got them with the little QR code on. I still hate them, bro. I really, you know what I wanted? Like the metal ones. Like the stainless steel. Them just cost so much.
I know what you're talking about.
People gonna keep those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They should.
People will. People gonna keep them.
Especially as much as they cost, they better.
All day.
They better keep them.
All day.
Man, so who was the first person to believe in you first when you was like, when you did come to the decision that you were gonna cook for a living? I mean, you've been cooking for a living, but the person that came, the first person that believed in you was like, no, you can do it. Go ahead, go crazy out here. Like, put the battery in your back. Was it your little brother? Cause he was coming over eating it up.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. No, he didn't. I think him being a brother to me, he was like trying to get me to get another job somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Cause he was like, because he was probably like, you know, well, me and him was roommates at the time. You know, he's like, well, I don't want you to just, you know, fall into depression. You know, maybe you need to put an application somewhere else.
He was trying to make sure rent was going to be
paid.
paid.
Yeah, that too. You know,
he was trying to make sure rent
he was trying to
paid.
make sure rent was paid, and he was trying to make sure I wasn't broke. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I say, I'm gonna tell you this. I never had any mentor or anything. I never had a person that I could just call and be like, bro, am I doing the right shit? Like my dad, yeah, but my dad worked for the man too. You feel me? So I'm not gonna sit here and take advice from someone who's doing something I don't want to do. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though it's my dad, like, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be honest with you. It was me. Just me. So, of course, my girl, but you know, my girl doing the thing that, you know, all women do at one point. It's like, I support you. You know, but
you could do it.
Yeah, it was me.
But they just saying, sometimes they say it just to say it.
For sure.
Like,
for sure.
I
know my girl believed in me. I didn't think that she thought I was gonna be this big. You know what I'm saying? So it still be surprising her sometimes when I'm out, and somebody come up to me and be like, "You in partnership, right? I follow you on Instagram." I'm like, "Word? Yeah. You got some food before?" I'm like, "Oh, you're always sold out." I'm like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, definitely always sold out.
For sure.
What days do you cook to give people a heads up so they know to look out for you on these days?
Man.
Or cook for the public, I should say.
Right now, I'm only doing caterings and personal things, like, you know, more intimate things right now. Until I turn over that chapter into what me and you was talking about. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I might do a couple pop-ups here and there. I don't want to say that I'm done with that, but I kind of let the people have that. You know, like the cooking community of Atlanta, they sell places, so I'm gonna just let them have it. They can, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to compete. You know, I can't compete where I don't compare. I can't compare.
Because you already got a following, and people already looking for it. So
it ain't even about that. I'm not even trying to compete where I can't compare. I feel like that chapter of my life is past. You know what I'm saying? If somebody wants to get food from me, they're gonna book me. Right. You know, whether it be a date night, a family function. I had a woman book me. Look, this was her. She was trying to shoot her shot with me. This was so real, right? She booked me for a date night. Paid whatever I wanted. She was like, "Yeah, I'll just pay whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I want this. I pull up. It's only her there." She's like, "Yeah, the date night's for me and you." I'm like, okay, cool.
Oh, that was smooth.
That was crazy.
That was smooth.
That was crazy. So I say that to say, like, you know, if it's a personal party, you know, they gonna book me. You know, I might do a couple plates, but people just gotta watch out for that. They just gotta look for it. They just gotta follow me, turn on that bell notification. Like I might not.
Tell them where to reach you at real quick, so they know where to go.
So my Instagram is the Apartment Chef. That's abbreviated. It's THEAPT Chef on Instagram. One F. And then YouTube is the same thing. TikTok is the Apartment Chef spelled out all the way. So TikTok, I don't be on it like that. So I got like a good 6,000 there. 6,000. I don't be on it.
That's nice.
I don't like that.
That's nice.
You be on TikTok?
Nah, I don't like social media. I'm always late. When it comes to social media,
on TikTok, man.
When it comes to I'm late every social media.
You got a TikTok?
No. No, I don't like the phones like that.
Me either.
I hate texting. Don't text. Call me.
Oh, hell no. Don't call me.
Yeah, call me.
Yo, it's so hard to get in touch with me. I don't want to talk on the phone.
Don't call me.
I barely text you back. Like, I had this bad shit. I look at the message and I just put my phone.
Me too.
Don't call.
Me too.
I don't want to call. I don't want to talk on the phone.
I just deleted all my text messages.
I feel like that is so weird.
I I
Look on the phone, somebody. I feel like that's so weird, bro.
For real?
Yes.
So if you're not in my presence, then it doesn't make sense for you to even want to talk to me.
If you need something right then and there, text me. You know what I'm saying? Like when people use it, what do y'all be talking on the phone for? What you be talking on the phone? What's your longest conversation that you had recently on the phone?
My longest conversation was, most conversations on the phone be like 2 minutes, if that. Most would be like 1 minute. But I talked to my homie down here for like 30 minutes. Me and him talked on the phone today on the way here. Mm-hmm. But I be talking to, who I talk to? Probably my mom and my pop. I be just talking to them for like an hour sometimes.
Nah, we just text.
For like an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't text me because they know I'm bad at it.
I feel like once I get older, okay. Okay. Maybe we need to talk a little bit more. Maybe the stuff that I'm gonna say in text needs to be like explained out a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't like texting because then people see it because you had a bad day. Or we just got into it, so I meant to say it like this.
Then we don't talk.
And you take it like that. It's like no.
Then we not talking.
Like
if I had a bad day, or if I got into it with you, we ain't talking for the rest of the day. Anyways, if I had a bad day, I'm not talking. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm talking to my dog. That's it. I'm in here in the house with my dog.
See, don't text me. Call me.
It's perfect because my dog don't talk back.
Call me. Perfect. You winning.
I ain't gotta have no conversation.
You winning.
I gotta have no conversation. I don't know.
He always agree with you, or your dog always agree with you.
Yo.
He, she. I don't know if you got a he or she.
It's a she.
She agrees with you.
Mm-hmm.
She don't give you no talk back.
You know.
Always think you right.
I think literally I can go a whole day without speaking a word. Can you?
Yes.
Okay.
I love my alone time now.
Yeah.
I love my alone time.
Being alone. I can just be in the house. I can just, or I can go out to like the store or something. Put my headphones in my ear. That's me at the grocery store. Always my headphones in my ear. Mm-hmm. Listening to something.
Right.
I can just not say a word.
Listen to the Go Through Your Grind podcast.
You feel me? All day, and I'm gonna watch this interview over and over again.
From different devices. Right. Yeah. From different devices. Run them numbers up.
I feel like if somebody watch this, they can learn something for sure.
They definitely can. They definitely can. All right. Now we on to grind time, right? Mm-hmm. So it's A or B. Choose either one. It don't matter. Nah, I mean, it's up to you.
For sure.
You ready?
Yeah.
Drums or flats?
Flats all day.
Okay. Childhood nickname?
Oh man. People call me Fat Cat.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Favorite city to visit?
I'm trying to think of one that I've been to more than once. I've never been to one. I'm gonna just pick my favorite. Probably Boulder, Colorado.
Favorite city to eat? Like has the best food?
Can't say California. People think California got the best food. That shit was disgusting. New Orleans, disgusting. The whole time I was there. Atlanta. I'm gonna say Atlanta got the best food. And if you know where to go.
Yeah.
If you know where to go, for sure.
Club or bar?
Bar.
Hot or cold?
Cold.
Cooking or ordering?
Cooking.
Okay. Drunk or high?
Drunk.
Blue cheese or ranch?
Woohoo! I like both of those. Ranch.
Okay. What's your favorite wing flavor?
Honey hot. No. Lemon yaki.
I know people who like that too.
That shit is busting.
Favorite dish and your favorite dessert to eat?
Lasagna. Favorite dessert is chocolate lava cake.
Okay. What's your favorite dish to make?
Soul food. Anything soul food. Yeah. I feel like my grandma be controlling my hands.
You sleep with or without socks?
Without. You sleep with socks? Who sleep with socks? It's like
Favorite pair of sneakers of all time?
Any Vans.
You flat foot?
No, I got an arch, so it really fucks me up. But I grew up having all of them.
Favorite movie?
Grease.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Telekinesis.
Explain that to the people who don't know. Everybody don't know what it is.
Being able to connect with someone's mind and think the same things that they think.
Money or respect?
Respect.
Family or friends?
Friends.
You can pick your friends, you can't pick your family. True. 3 words to describe yourself, and then 3 words to describe your business.
Myself, lion-hearted, prideful, forgiving, and 3 words to describe my business: impeccable, irreplaceable,
Strong. Timeless? Okay. What do you want your legacy to be? When it's all said and done, what is the apartment chef? What is your legacy going to be?
Changing the cannot to can. That's everything. I want people to be like, yo, she made the impossible happen at all times, for sure. Every conversation that anyone has ever had with me, I want them to learn something or me learn something from them. We're just collaborating on studies, for real. So,
dope.
I'd say that mixed with that, for sure.
Dope. Super dope. That'll do it.
All right.
That's a wrap. That's another episode of Growth Through Your Grind podcast. And we plug your name again one more time. Yeah.
My name is Chef Maya. I go by the Apartment Chef on Instagram. Anybody in the world, just come up and say Chef Maya or Maya. You can find me on Instagram at the Apartment Chef. That's TheAptChef. I'm up here with my mans. You know what I'm saying? 150 grand. I never knew I was gonna be on your podcast, bro. I cook for you.
I had to hit you like, let me see if she gonna be on it. And I wasn't sure at first either. I said, let me see, man. I don't know, cause like you said, you're very quiet, chill, laid back.
Yeah,
so I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't sure how to. Of course, I was gonna ask, but it was like I didn't know how to. Now I mean, the right way to approach you about it. And I'm just like, we got a little rapport. We ain't the best of friends, but we got a little rapport though. You know what I'm saying? We see each other, gonna be, oh, yo, what's up? Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, man, just reach out and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen?
And I'm very prideful on not taking every single opportunity like everybody else does. Like, I feel like people on Instagram, somebody hits them up, hey, I want you to do this. They're like, yeah, I'll do it. Or any bookings, right? That's why this is the first video on my page. It's like, bro, just because you want to book me don't mean that I'm going to. Just because you can offer me any amount of money, bro. If I'm not in that, then I'm not in that. Like, I don't care. You can't buy me, bro. So it's really organic. Every conversation that I've had with you, even if it's just be bringing you food, you know, you gave me 2 hats off the strength. You know what I'm saying? My girl still got one. So the brown one, it's like the brown, the 10 one, the brown in the front. It was a trucker.
Yeah, that's crazy too.
Yeah. So definitely, if I had like an impressionable feeling, or I feel like that person is cool, then I'm down for sure.
See, I am a cool guy. I am a cool guy, man. Stop listening to people, man.
You be on here talking about controversial topics, man.
No.
Oh, okay. You ain't got into that part yet.
Nah, I don't do that.
You don't do that? You're not gonna ever do that? You don't see it going there?
Nah, because I just want to inspire people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to entrepreneurs, people.
That's how people
out here doing
that's like a marketing tactic too. That people do controversial.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want it that way.
Yeah.
I don't want it that. It ain't that important to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it can't help nobody. If it can't help nobody, then I don't want nothing to do with it. If somebody can't learn from the conversation, like 50 Cent said the one time, it was one of the greatest quotes I ever heard in my life. He says, Grandpa told me, if you talking to somebody you can't learn nothing from, why are you talking to them?
Exactly.
Why are you talking to them?
Exactly.
It makes no sense. That's just 15, 20 minutes that you just lost for no reason.
Right.
So I took that and I adopted that. Like, yo, if I can't learn nothing from you, I don't want to talk to you.
Exactly.
And that's why I started the podcast. So people can learn. Somebody gonna get motivated by this and be like, yo, she said she did that. She was over here at these different restaurants. Like
I'm doing that.
Like,
I could
exactly.
eventually. No, I'm already on.
Exactly. Like, I always wanted to do that.
That's why I told you off of what you just said that 50 Cent's grandfather said to him. It's like it's the same thing. Like if you're having a conversation with someone, if you can't learn from them, then why are you talking to them? I brought that back to me telling you that nobody really gave me that push. You know, like my dad did, but my dad ain't where I wanted to be. So why would I? Why would I listen to him? You know what I'm saying? It's like me talking to you. I feel like I'm talking to myself because I'm actually listening to you. I'm learning something from you.
Motivation.
Yeah.
Motivation.
You meet yourself. You have a conversation long enough, you meet yourself.
Yeah. I ain't never heard that. That's dope though.
Yeah.
That's extremely dope. Extremely dope. I like that. Tune in next week, man. We got another dope one. I don't know. Somebody gonna have trouble ever following this one. But yeah, it's
they gonna be good.
It's a dope conversation, bro. Holla at y'all.